We're gonna try this for the 15th time. We're at the Margaritaville in Pigeon Forge. We're traveling to how many campsites over this year?
40.
40 campsites. So we figured it's probably a good idea to go ahead and do some reviews on these. We've got a list of 8 different things that we're going to review, and we'll go over each list as we give it a grade. And the grades will be 0 to 10, 10 being the best, 0 being the worst.
Yep. Okay, number 1 is access to the campground. I give it an 8. The main reason why is because there's a lot of stop and go in Pigeon Forge, a lot. We were at the very end of the highway in Pigeon Forge, so I would say more of an 8 than anything.
I'm gonna go with a 9. I think it's really easy to get a rig in and out. It's a 3-lane highway basically going in, but there is a lot of stop and go. Campsite roads. How are the roads in the campsite? I mean, that's a big one for me.
Yeah.
Because if they're not wide, if they're thin, and if they're not paved, blah blah blah. These are absolutely paved perfectly. These are great roads in this campsite. I'm going with a 10.
Yeah, I'm going with the 10 too. Absolutely beautiful campsite. Number 3 is the sites. Are they paved? Are they too small, too large? We're in a super site here, so ours is very large. I think the other ones are really good. I only give it a 9 though, and the reason why is because there's a couple of people we spoke to that couldn't get their coach leveled. And they were a 45-foot coach, and it was a little bit off.
A little wonky. I'm going with a 9 too.
Yeah.
I think the sites here, they're concrete sites, they're great sites, but yeah, they are a little unlevel in certain areas. So I would go with a 9 as well.
Yep.
Site amenities. So the amenities on the site itself. We have a fire pit, we have cable, we have water, we have electric, we have sewer. I don't know what else more really you could ask for. But the cable here is a little, as far as we're concerned, in our bus, it's a little fuzzy, let's put it that way. So I'm gonna go with a 9 on that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with a 9 too. They do have free Wi-Fi, which is nice, and they've got the Wi-Fi service everywhere. I mean, it's fantastic, but I also go with the 9.
Yeah, the Wi-Fi service is really good.
Yeah. Campground amenities, the pool, the game room, this is fantastic. I give it a 10 by far. They're about to get a lazy river in, and the pool is fantastic. They had live music yesterday, actually the day before, so the weekends are very awesome. It's a brand new hotel. It's opened in February. It's 79 rooms, so it's attached to the RV resort. It's wonderful.
Yeah, I go full-blown 10, and if we could give it more, I would.
Yeah.
If you're staying in the RV park, you can use all the amenities at the hotel. Pool, there's a bar, there's a little restaurant. They're building a bowling alley, the lazy river, a game room. I mean, really everything you could possibly want is at this campground. It's a great place.
Yes, absolutely.
Location, are there things to do around town? That's an absolute 10. Pigeon Forge is a blast. I mean, what do you think of Pigeon Forge so far?
I think it's really cool.
It really is, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a very touristy area, but well situated.
There's a ton of stuff to do right around town. And we mainly hopped on our bikes and rode around, and instead of dealing with parking and all that, absolute 10.
And Gatlinburg, fantastic.
Yeah, Gatlinburg.
Oh my gosh.
Gatlinburg is a lot of fun.
4 miles away from here. It's harder to get into, but boy, once you get in there, go early because it's awesome. Overall staff appearance and friendliness, no doubt, number 10 is 10
I
by
agree.
far.
100%.
They're just fantastic here. To the point where we had a couple packages they delivered right to the coach.
Yeah, and I mean, everyone's been so unbelievably friendly. It's unreal.
Yeah, they delivered firewood right to us before we even got here.
Yeah, they are absolute 10. Cleanliness and just the overall feeling, which I know is a weird thing, but we're going to kind of rate on how we feel at this campground. The cleanliness, I mean, I'd have to go with a 9 because the grass isn't really done yet. It's a newer campground.
Yeah.
I would have to go with a 9 on cleanliness. The feeling, God, I'm so relaxed and so loving this place. I'm going to go with a 9 all the way across.
Yeah, I got to go with a 9 too. The bathrooms are clean, the showers are clean. Again, the grass is a little bit, but it's a new site. Trees are very small. The owner has put in a lot of money, and I think he's going to continue to put in a lot of money to make this the best of the best, which is awesome.
Yeah, I definitely think in Pigeon Forge, if you're looking for a campsite, this is probably the one you want to go to. Yep. Big, roomy, great.
Yep. Going to price now. So what we're doing is we're going to do a high, fair, and cheap. So high, we're saying about 125 and above. Fair is about 70 to 125, and cheap is 0 to 70. So this one I would say is on the high side. Again, we're on this in a super site. So if you compare it to others, it's like between the fair and the high. But I think it's definitely worth it. You have so many great amenities. You have restaurant, you have a bar. They serve awesome margaritas.
Dude, it's true. And you can sit right by the pool and drink as much as you want.
Yeah. So our final total, I have 75.
I have a 76.
And I think the reason why I have the 75 is number one, the access to the campground was an 8.
Right.
So I think that's why I got. But everything else was fantastic. And this is out of 80.
Thank you all very much for watching our first review episode of Campsites. So,
make sure you subscribe and like the button right below.
Right, like the button.
Like the button.
Like the button. Don't like the video, like the button. Boy, what a shit show that was. We're never that bad.